Yeah, this is Raydean, Titus chapter 2, verse 14. Zealous of good works, eager to doing what is good. G-Works is a business that represents dirt for gold, reach eternal life through Christ, and keep the cross moving. Keep the cross moving. I'm down here at the library, looking at a report of the incident happened. Something happened to a relative within my family. I just pray that God help him, and God help him with his struggles, and help him with his bad decisions that he made in life. And his name is Monsignor Johnson. And let's look at some incidents at what happened on the internet on WCCO Channel 4 News, and let's look at one of my relatives, my cousin, that has committed a crime. Minneapolis, WCCO, a 38-year-old Minneapolis man has been charged with 2 counts of second-degree attempt murder and the luring and stabbing of 2 Minneapolis Park police officers, according to the charges filed Thursday, according to the criminal complaint, just after 11 p.m. Tuesday. Monsignor Johnson lured police officers to the Minnehaha Parkway west of Bryant Avenue South with a fake report of a robbery. The 2 responding officers, male and female, were waved down by Johnson just before 11:45 p.m. When Johnson was walking towards the officers, they saw that he had one of his hands concealed in a pocket. The male officer told Johnson to remove his hands from the pocket, but he did not comply and continued to approach them. When the male officers tried to push Johnson away, Johnson pulled out a knife and stabbed the male officer in the chest. The complaint said the male officer ballistic armor or something like that, however, prevented the knife from seriously injuring or killing him. Then Johnson began allegedly running felling the knife widely towards the female officer he was standing next to. He was standing next to the squad car. She ducked and avoided the knife, but was stabbed in the back of the neck. She then fell to the ground and struck her head, which caused the large lacration and concussion Johnson stood over the female officer and was prepared to stab her again when the male officer fired his service weapon at Johnson, incapacitating him. That night, Johnson told investors that he wanted to hurt police officers. He is still in custody and received medical treatment at HCMC for his gunshot wounds. The female officer identifies as Officer Hammer was treated for her stab wounds and concussions at HCMC and now recovered at home. The male officer, Officer Hubbard, was also medically evaluated. They are both standing paid administrative leave. And the incident is treatment to this danger police officer face on a daily basis, said Jane Miller of the Minneapolis Park and Recreation Board. Officer James Hubbard and Catherine Hammer responds to a robbery report, went to the render aid and were viciously attacked. These officers reacted swiftly and courageously and were extremely grateful they were not more seriously injured or killed. I commend these officers and our entire police department for their dedication and commitment to the park system and the community. If convicted, Johnson could serve up to 40 years in prison for each count. So this is my cousin, and I guess he committed a crime, and I couldn't read all the information. I dropped out in the 9th grade, but tried to read the best that I could. I just, pray for him and ask God to forgive him for his sins. It was a bad thing that he did, and I don't think nobody should stab other people or kill other people or hurt people, as we should look at it at what Christ said. And Christ says within the scriptures, he committed no sin and he never deceived anyone. He did not retaliate when he was insulted. When he suffered, he did not threaten to get even. He left his case in the hand of God, who always judges fairly and justly. So we should, we shouldn't attack police officers or kill police officers. We shouldn't kill anybody. We should try to follow the example of Christ and try not to retaliate and turn the other cheek. If someone slaps you on one cheek, turn the other cheek. Try to live by some good, acceptable, good morals and good, acceptable principles within the Bible. Again, he did not retaliate when he was insulted. When he suffered, he did not threaten to get even. He left his case in the hand of God, who always judges fairly and righteously. So we should give our situations and our problems and our issues over to God, who always judges fairly and righteously. This is Ray with G-Works, representing the cross and keeping the cross moving. I'm out.